So today we're starting with Genoveva's Hobe pattern. So because we're going to do a German 16th century, we need to have a really cool hat under our hood under our hat, and it's always cool to use something that's easy to use. You can find this pattern at germanrenaissance.net. Okay, so we've got our pieces cut out below here. So we got the big section, the hood. The next section, that's your headband or the back band. Then you have your crown. And your top band. Yes, please don't mind. We've got a dragon sitting right here. So the pieces that you're going to need line, and you probably want to, this is just a test pattern. I'm using a silk that I found eons ago that it's just kind of sitting in my closet and said, hey, you can be me for a test pattern. You're going to need to get like a light linen. You think, oh my gosh, it's so expensive. But what's the cost of an expense when you're sweating to death? Please, no polyester. Cotton's fine. Linen's better. You have to do this thing in silk? No, you don't have to do it in silk. You could do it in linen. Or something that's breathable on your head. Wool would be great too. The other piece you're going to line is the hood. And you'll eventually be I haven't cut the lining for that one yet, for the headband. So now we're going to take and start sewing. Okay, so the first piece that I've decided to sew, please pay no attention to the fact that I didn't bother to cut these pieces out simultaneously, and nor did I bother to check to see if I'd ironed the first fabric. But after ironing it, it's ended up being a little more wonky. This is the crown. You just want to sew around it, just a wee bit, and make sure you have an opening. Whoops. Pay attention to where you're going, not where the camera is. You want an opening so you can flip this around and make it look pretty. So we've gone around this whole thing, all the way around there, and we stopped here. Needle down, see? Do you need to sew this by machine? No. Can you sew it by hand? Heavens, yes. Please do. This is my test pattern. This is what I'm doing quickly so I can make myself a video so I can remember what I've done before. So I'm going to stop this now and go to the next bit. And now I'm just sewing around the main part, the hood part as well. So you want to basically make this good sides kissing together, as we learned in home ec class, leaving yourself a little bit of an opening area, because we're going to flip this inside out like a bag or a pillowcase. So if you remember all your good stuff, it's a pillowcase. Yes, by the way, this is actually a sheep cookie cutter. I have lots of sheep. Now I've flipped the hood inside out, and I've got my trusty iron. So I'm going to press this down, make my seams look nice and pretty. For those of my friends who didn't believe I had an iron, look, here it is. Woo! And now we've ironed the crown as well. It also needs to be bagged or pillowcased. I still have my piece here because I just flipped it and I just ironed it. And I notice I have a crease on the back that I'll be working on. I would probably not use, I see why I have not used this fabric in the past. It's made of silk noil and it likes to stick. It's not necessarily the best stuff, but it was in the stash, it was readily available, and it's a test piece. Cleo the sewing cat is helping out today. Now we're going to see if I can flip this around. Please pay no attention to the fact that my sewing room is a pit. We're going to go and now put this up So we're going to measure where they're at the crown. Yeah, I could have easily gone and measured it with a piece of measuring tape, but this is much more fun. Next, you need to find the center of both of your hood pattern and the crown. This is the part that I had trouble with, so this is why I've decided I'm making this video, so I can remind myself what I've done to what she has written down. So what you're going to do next is find the center of the crown and the hood piece, and then make them two together, and then you sew along this line. Now in her version, she does not have this section of the hood sewn because she is working with a big bunch of pearls on this area and all that. So test piece, not going to do that. So we are going to just whip stitch this on quickly. Yeah, maybe I'll just do it by, no, I'm just going to whip stitch it on by hand. It'll probably go a lot faster than trying to figure out, okay, have I made too much of a, no, I've already made these into pieces. Let's just work with it. So hold on. And just so I remember, I am using Tex 60, a similar color to the fabric, and a size 5 between needle. Why a 5 and not a 6? Because if this is silk, it's because I found a 5 before I found a 6. If it becomes too much of a problem, I will go look for the 6s. The smaller needle means that it'll slide through the fabric better, but you want to have a big enough hole that your thread doesn't get caught and twisted.